This is a view inside the station's Quest airlock where crew members are getting ready for the mission's fourth spacewalk, that to be conducted by mission specialist Bob Bankin and Mike Foreman, who are inside the airlock. Floating between them is the container of the material that will be tested during the spacewalk, the TRAD, the Tile Repair Ablator Dispenser.
This is a good look from cameras in the aft section of Endeavour's cargo bay, looking down at the two spacewalkers as they work on the lower side of Destiny, setting up for this demonstration with the TRAD, the demonstration of equipment and techniques for repairing thermal protective tiles of a space shuttle should such tiles become damaged and should it be determined that repairs are necessary for a safe return to orbit.
Okay, Bob, you're going to translate to the TRAD canister. And Mike, we have you perform the DTO dry run with the nozzle 1/2 inch from and normal to the sample surfaces, simulating cavity access to all samples.
I've been doing that, Rick. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, looks like you've got pretty good access, Mike. Good practice.
Okay, Rick, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Trigger, caps up. Whoa, release. Popping up a little bit and just forming kind of a little mound.
We can even see them from a long distance WVS shot. We have large bubbles coming up on the tops of the surface.
Okay, Rick, you have the same surface look as one, couple of pinholes. I see bubbling coming up. I'm able to tamp the bubble back down.
Okay.
And as I pull the tip out, the stuff really likes to stick to it.
Yeah, we can see it here.
Looks like it's really attached to the nozzle well.
The astronauts Mike Foreman and Bob Bankin making their way down to the payload bay of the Space Shuttle Endeavour to stow equipment from the detailed test objective, the DTO, for TRAD in the payload bay. Both spacewalkers, astronauts Mike Foreman and Bob Bankin, working their way into the station's Quest airlock. They'll hook up their spacesuits on umbilicals inside Quest and work on closing the hatch. When the repressurization of the Quest airlock starts, that will signify the end of the spacewalk, now at 6 hours and 10 minutes.
And we're getting a look here at the OBSS, the Orbiter Boom Sensor System. Today's major activities will be devoted to a late survey of the orbiter Endeavour and its thermal protective system, the reinforced carbon on each of the wings leading edges as well as the nose cap, plus a look at the thermal tiles. This late inspection is being advanced in Endeavour's flight plan to be done today before undocking. The reason for that is the Orbiter Boom Sensor System is going to be left at the International Space Station.
Now on board the space station, the spacewalkers Bob Bankin and Mike Foreman for the mission's fifth and final planned spacewalk are inside the Quest airlock getting ready for the evening's camp out, where Bankin and Foreman will stay inside Quest overnight. They've been wearing oxygen masks for about 50 minutes now, and the hatch to Quest from the rest the station has been closed, and the pressure inside Quest is being decreased slightly from 14.7 psi to 10.2 pounds per square inch.
As you see from this downlink, the Canadarm2 has moved closer to the grapple fixture on the orbital boom sensor system. The 50-foot extension of the shuttle arms, roboting arm. Mike Foreman just emerging from the crew compartment of the U.S. airlock Quest. Foreman identifiable by the red stripes on his suit, the broken red stripes. Bingen will emerge in the suit that's all white. And that is a good look at the Keep Alive umbilical, the power cable that will serve OBSS once it's attached to the outside of the International Space Station. Looking at this through Bob Binken's helmet cam, that cable will provide power to the OBSS to provide heat to the delicate sensors in the end of the OBSS to prevent their damage by the harsh conditions of space. Here seeing the OBSS in the grasp of the Canadarm2, the end effector, holding it just about in the middle. Spacewalkers reporting a good power check on those connections to that Keep Alive umbilical.
Rick, I'm on the airport stand.
And Bob, we're about to begin the maneuver to the port.
Okay, Garrett, I'm ready for that. You ready, Mike? I'm ready.
Okay, copy. Here it comes.
Like good motion? I see good motion.
Copy. Good motion. In 4 meters now, Bob. And Mike, if you could try to look down the end towards Bob, and that'll help us see some of the clearances with the truss.
Good, Garrett. Garrett, plenty of cable. You can continue.
Okay, thanks, Bob. We're going to keep going. Mike, that's looking good. You come up just a bit.
Playing out that Keep Alive umbilical as the OBSS approaches its temporary home, its final position on the truss of the International Space Station.
Stairs are open. We're going to start backing away.
Roger.
Garrett Reisman telling the two spacewalkers that the arm snares are open and that he's about to begin backing away. And they're guiding the OBSS down into its temporary position.
Use motion away from the boom.
Hey, it looks like you're clear.
We concur. Clear the pin.
Hey, thanks, Garrett and Box. Good work.
With stowage of the OBSS, the orbiter boom sensor system complete, the two spacewalkers now moving on to separate tasks. Binken will have another go at the installation of the Missy 6 experiment. Meanwhile, Foreman will move on to an inspection of the starboard SARJ joint. SARJ stands for Solar Alpha Rotary Joint, and that's the substantial joint that turns the solar arrays on the starboard side of the main truss of the International Space Station